Now let's get into all the things that had me like WTF because it's been quite a few things. It was the 4th of July this weekend, so people was outside. It was nice weather. People had a lot of activities. So a couple of my WTF things are based around that. The first thing, now I don't know why this wasn't breaking news all over every single news channel. Earth hit its hottest day on record in the history of the whole earth. We had the hottest day on July 3rd. It is said that the average temperature for the world, for the whole world, was 62.6 degrees Fahrenheit, making it the hottest day on record for planet Earth. All y'all that keep saying global warming, climate change is not real, I don't know how many more ways that, it's needed to be proven that clearly something is going on with the planet, with the environment. Like seriously, the hottest day, I'm starting to be a bit concerned. More things relating to the 4th of July, what I see that was going on with the 4th of July. Quite a few people in their 4th festivities went to like amusement parks and got on roller coasters. There was 2 different instances that I've seen about roller coasters, making me say I'm not getting on a roller coaster anytime soon. The first one, 8 passengers were left suspended upside down for hours on a roller coaster after a mechanical error stalled the ride. Emergency crews had to come and get the people down. It took 2 to 3 hours. The people were just hanging upside down for hours. That's not safe for one, and that's completely traumatizing. I'll be filing an immediate lawsuit for emotional distress. I hope some people did not sign a waiver because I'm getting me some coin if that's me. Something else that had me like WTF, and I think I lost it, but I remember it because I went to this park. This one made it stand out to me. And I went to school at college in North Carolina. So anything North Carolina just stays in my head. In Charlotte, I think that it was at Carowinds. A father was just at a park watching a roller coaster go past, just watching it go through, and he noticed a crack in the roller coaster. So he recorded a video. Then once the cart with the people on it went speeding past the crack, the whole crack like shifted the whole ride. Because of that, the ride was shut down. How did a regular spectator notice something that a park manager didn't notice? Why did it take a father noticing it for y'all to see that it's a problem? Well, good thing that he did, because if he didn't, that could have gone tragically wrong. And it wasn't no little crack, it was a major crack where when the ride went past fast, the whole crack shifted and the whole ride like shifted. WTF is going on, and I won't be getting on a roller coaster anytime soon. Something else that had me like WTF, and I'm going to have to research this some more because this may be the most bizarre thing that I've ever heard about in my life. 4 volunteers have been locked in a Mars simulation by NASA for a year and 13 days. The whole point of the mission is just for people to get a real life experience and just get a sense of what life is on Mars. It is beyond me that 4 people would even sign up for such a thing. 4 people signed up for it, not just that, and they've been stuck in the simulation for a year and 13 days. I'm going to need an update on this because when they get home, I need to know, how are you feeling? What was it like just being stuck somewhere for a year and 13 days? And they tried to make it seem like Mars. And I thought that Mars was like poisonous or something. Something else that had me like WTF. Going back to tech, I did my best to try to understand what was going on, but I'm not sure if I got it completely correct. But what I can understand is that Google is not playing with Canada. Google says, stop playing with me. Google has announced that they are going to block access to Canadian news for anyone living in Canada. What the article said is that for users in Canada, Google will take away any Canadian news from its search engine. So if you're in Canada, you cannot get any of your news from Google. All of this is happening because of a new law that was passed in Canada called the Online News Act. Now, go do your research and learn more about it. But the key part of this that I want to say is that the reason why this law was even passed is because Canada is saying that Google is dominating the digital advertising market. They say in 2022, platforms like Google and Meta, they took in more than 80% of Canada's online advertising revenue. So with this new law for big tech platforms like Meta, Facebook, Instagram, Google, for them to publish and share preview content on their platforms, they have to go through Canada through this whole new process. Google does not want to follow that process. They're not with it. So they said, okay, we're just going to limit the news. So we're going to take away all Canada news from our search engine. It's like big corporations doing like big money things. I didn't even know that that was even possible for Canada to even say that you're going to have to drive all of your content through us. And I didn't know that Google could just take off the whole Canada news from their search engine. Like, y'all just not even going to exist on the Google search engine. Wow. Few last things that had me like WTF. A radio personality is speaking out about her experience at an Atlanta restaurant where she ordered something. Is at Woody's Cheesesteaks in Buckhead. She ordered something and she looked at her receipt and it said darky. Of course, she's a Black woman and her receipt said darky. Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, I'm going to be owning Woody's. I'm going to be owning it. This is just like the lady who went to Starbucks and she was the only Black one in the Starbucks, and her her receipt said monkey. Okay. Something else that had me like WTF. A Walmart in Rhode Island is facing backlash. Now I seen this picture and I said, WTF, whose idea was this? Their bright idea for a fundraiser to raise money for children was to lock a Black employee in a makeshift cage. This is what a sign said. I'm in jail. I need bail. Help me raise $50 to get out. Again, excuse me, WTF. Of course, first, why was this done at all? And why did it have to be a Black employee that got locked in the cage? Y'all didn't have anyone white on staff that wanted to volunteer? Okay.